Hi everybody, my name is Jay. Welcome to my channel, Planet Jay, where we do a bunch of tarot readings and stuff. Today we have a pick a card reading to look at the type of person you are. So we have 3 groups to choose from. Group number 1, or card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So pick the card you feel drawn to, and I will see you guys in your reading. Yeah. I'm going to give you guys about 10 more seconds to choose your group before we get started, okay? Yeah. Pile number 1, or card number 1. We're going to get started with you in about 5 seconds. All right, let's look at pile number 1, card number 1. Welcome to your reading, card number 1. We're going to be looking at the type of person you are, okay? So the card you chose is the 9 of Cups. So let's see how this comes out in your reading. Tell me about card number 1. Tell me about card number 1. The 9 of Cups people. What type of person are they? What type of person is card number 1? What type of person is card number 1? What type of person? Oh, the Hermit. So we have the 10 of Cups, harmony, the Hermit, aloneness. What type of person is card number 1? What type of person is card number 1? 4 of Swords, postponement. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. 8 of Cups, letting go. With, wow, the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, flowering. Wow. Interesting. All right. What type of person is card number 1? I mean, I would say extraordinary. Definitely like extraordinary. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. To me, this is quite extraordinary. Let's see. 4 of Pentacles. Damn. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I actually think I want to move this card right here so you guys can have enough space for everything. I don't want anything to be cut off. I want you to see everything that I'm talking about in this reading because I'm talking about you. And this group deserves to hear what I have to say, for sure. Okay. The Emperor. Wow. Yeah. Definitely extraordinary. With the Hermit. This is amazing. What else? The 5 of Pentacles. Oh my God. Wow. In the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yep. And I knew it was going to come out like that. And it's just so crazy that it came out the way it did because I feel like you are meant for so much. I feel like you are due for a beautiful life. And that's the type of person you are. You are the type of person who's meant to live a beautiful, happy life. For some of you guys, I feel like you could have been through a lot in your life. And the way you are as a person is just so extraordinary. So let's explain why. Oh, wow. The Lover's on the bottom of the deck. So I want you guys to know here, this is what your partners think of you. This is what your best friends think of you. Like the people that like truly know you in the most intimate, like deepest level and like could love you to the true, like full capacity that you deserve to be loved at. This is what people like that think of you. So this could be family, this could be whoever, but like, I just want you to know that the people that you care about, the people that are meant to care about you and actually do, they think the world of you. And this is what they think of you. So you are the type of person who you want things to work out. You want people to be at peace. You want family to feel good. You want the friend group to be okay. You want everyone to be treated fairly and like be loved and to love themselves unconditionally and to know what that is, to experience that. But at the same time, you are not afraid to walk alone. At the same time, as much as you may want that sort of harmony, as much as you may want, the world to be like this and stuff, you are far from naive. Like you're far from thinking that that is always going to be the case. It's like there's this energy to you. While you may believe that the world could be a beautiful place, or you may hope or want something like that to be the reality, sometimes it's not. And I think that there have been times where in this group you may have been painfully aware of that. Even right now, some of you guys could be feeling like you're going through a lot emotionally right now. And I feel like that's why I want to stress how important and how significant you are to like the people that love you. Because the people that love you, like truly love you, actually see the things that I've just mentioned in you and want you to succeed as well, want you to be happy as well. I feel like it's really coming through that they want you to be happy because they feel like you deserve it. Because in this group, you're like the type of person to take care of the things and the people that you care about. You're the type of person to appreciate what you have, even if it's not enough. You're the type of person to, really appreciate somebody who welcomes you into their home, who shows you any sort of kindness, even if it's like the smallest, bit of ounce of anything. Because the world can be really like dark and like gloomy place, and I feel like you are the type of person that understands that like you're not entitled to anyone's time or like love or anything. So if anyone gives you anything, like I feel like you are someone that shows a lot of appreciation for that really truly understands that and like gets to the depth of who they are as a person, who you are as a person. Knowing yourself so deeply is what allows you to be this type of person for other people, is what makes you so lovable. I feel like in this group, that's the type of person you are. I also feel like in this group, you could be extremely humble. Some of you guys, you prefer to be alone. You prefer to work alone. You have a hard time asking for help or not being so hard on yourself or not putting too much on your plate. I feel like in this group, you are the type of person to like bear burdens for other people or like bend over backwards for other people, be very flexible because of how much you care. It doesn't mean that you're gonna, like do anything stupid or like, hurt yourself or anything like that. But I do feel like in this group, there's just a lot of solidness in you, like a very solid person. I feel like with the Four Swords, you're a rational person. Some of you guys, you're like you're good with money, you're a good spender. There's like this energy of like not being superficial, not like wasting money on like frivolous things, not taking things that you have for granted, really putting a lot of like thought and consideration in what it means to be there for someone, to be a support. I feel like you could be somebody that tells people exactly what they need to hear to feel okay or feel like, I just keep hearing it's all right, it's all right. So there's a comforting nature to you being this way. And I feel like with the Emperor coming through, there's a lot of experience, a lot of things that you probably have gone through on your own in this group. In this group, you probably have gone through quite a lot. So there's an energy of you being extremely strong and like powerful in your ability to heal yourself. And some of you guys, you don't realize it, but it can be, you can be that nudge that people need to then go and heal themselves too, because of how self-reflective you are, because of how closely you pay attention to other people and their details. I feel like you are like the type of person, yeah, yeah. You don't make anybody feel bad about like their flaws or where they are in life. And I do feel like you are, just so you know, I do feel like you are meant to be like compensated or like something for this, for you being this way, for the life that you live, for the things that you've been through, for the apologies you've never gotten or something like that. There's something here about you being like somebody who, I don't know if you had to learn like the hard way. You can't be as open and as loving and as giving and all of these like beautiful things that you actually are naturally with just anybody, with just everyone, because maybe they take too much or maybe they get greedy or maybe, you know, they're not someone you can actually depend on or something like that. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune coming here at the very end of your reading with the Lovers is like, I really do feel there is someone out there to love you if you haven't met them already. There is a best friend that loves you right now. There is it could be even like a sibling or like a family member or something. But I feel like in this group you are very, very, very loved, and a lot of people cherish you. Even if you're not around anymore, it's like when they think of you, you are a positive memory for them, and you did offer them support. You did, some of you guys, teach them a lot or help them out or give them someone to vent to. You come off as like a very happy, like optimistic person. It doesn't mean that you haven't been through things, but it comes off as like you're not going to give up on what life could possibly offer you or something like that. Like there are a lot of people that love you or consider you to be family or just like really respect you, if anything. So that's the type of person you are in this group. Mature, wise, level-headed, but not lacking in emotion, There's a surprising nature to you as well. Like the depth that you have emotionally is surprising to a lot of people in a beautiful way. Like, this is a beautiful picture here. I feel like you're somebody who have gone through hard times. Maybe you have struggled or been through a lot, or this could be financially, with your family, with your home life. It really doesn't matter. With some of you guys, you will have like a rags to riches story, or you do have a story that like could be written in like a memoir or a biography or something like that. Like you could tell a little bit more about yourself or something. That's the type of person you are. This is a bit of an inspiration, but a low-key one. Like the one that inspires people on one-on-one encounters, you know. So you do touch lives, but it doesn't mean, you know, all, 7, 8 billion, 7 and growing billion people on the world have to know who you are and know your story. But they could if you wanted to. They should. But it's okay if they don't. Yeah. So the type of person you are is like a blessing. It feels like a blessing. Yeah. Someone to be loved, for sure. Someone who is loved. Okay. So if that resonated, give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. And we're going to get started now with card number 2. Okay. So I'm going to put you guys in the virtual waiting room while I pick up these cards and we get started with the next group, okay? All right, here we go. Pile number 2, we're going to put, or card number 2, we're going to put your timestamp in the chat. We'll say we're starting, you guys. Yeah, that sounds good. Nice. Okay. Hi, card number 2. We're going to be looking at the type of person you are. And yeah, let's just get straight into it and see the card you chose. Oh, okay. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Card number 2, the 3 of Swords. What type of person is card number 2? Let's see. What type of person is card number 2? What type of person is card number 2? Okay, first card is the 6 of Cups. Wow. Fuck. This is such a beautiful card to get it for your first card, too. Wow. The 6 of Cups. The dream. The dream. Okay. What type of person? Wow. Fuck. Patience. 7 of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. What type of person is card number 2? What type of person is card number 2? What type of person? Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. You got 4 swords. Damn. You got the 4 swords in the same exact position that the first group got it in. Wow, interesting. In the Fool. The Fool. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, I love this. Ooh, the Chariot. Wow. So you got a lot of... You have 2 major arcana coming out. I don't think... Wait. The first group actually, they did get a major arcana. But you got 2 in this top row. I mean, 2 in this like first section here. The Chariot and the Fool. 0, 7, 4, and 6. Those numbers could be significant here. Also heard 13, 11, 4 and 14. I don't know why those numbers are coming through. Is that significant to someone here? Is that like a date or like a year, like 2014, 2017? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, damn. Look what you got again. The 3 of Swords. You got it again. I'm going to start from scratch with this group. I almost feel like I want to use a different deck. So I'm going to. I felt like I needed to use a different one. I don't know why, so let's just go with it. What type of person is this group? Okay. We got the 8 of Wands. Okay, so some of you guys are psychic. There was this energy of like a highly intuitive person coming through. And I got the 6 of Cups with the 8 of Wands. I feel like this is somebody, you are somebody who trusts your feeling. Like you trust your gut. You trust your feeling, you trust your gut. You trust your intuition. I heard you never forget a face. So I don't know if in this group you have a good memory. You pick up on things very quickly. You see the deeper meaning to things. Like you are somebody that does believe in symbolicism. Is that the symbolism? I think I did a live reading on my channel before where I accidentally said symbolicism, and I kept wanting to say symbolism, symbolism, metaphors, poetry, that sort of thing. There's like a poetic nature to someone like this. You're a bit like poetry. Smooth. It feels smooth, free, kind. There's something about your soul here. Feels a bit pure. What else? Tell me about the 7 of Pentacles. What type of person are they? I heard you could be somebody that is like accepting of people from like different walks of life. So there's a non-judgmental energy here. 2 of Pentacles. Hardworking in this group. Diligent. You can handle a lot, I feel like, in this group. Like a lot of priorities, a lot of responsibilities. And it feels like somebody that really does not complain about that. Like you would be an excellent parent, I feel like, in this group, if you wanted to be, if you are one. This does feel like the energy of somebody that, you know, could bring like a healthy and like sane individual into the world. Like probably could bring like a child into the world if they wanted to, that could make the world a better place. It feels that big for some reason. And I don't know if it's why I'm like seeing the Fool here, and like there's this like the Fool to me is like the birth, right? And here there's this woman and she's actually pregnant in this picture. And you don't have to be a woman. I'm just saying it's like it's giving me the image of like someone who can bring something to life, like whether it is a dream. So some of you guys, I don't know if there's like an artistic energy to you. You could be an artist, a writer, you could be into music. For some of you guys, it's just like the way your imagination works. You just have a very intricate mind. And this could be applied to anything, money, math. It really doesn't matter. What type of person is this group? The Lovers came out. It actually came out in reverse though. So I don't know if it's like some people here in this group could actually be single and, you know, wondering if they are going to find them one. I could see that too. Some of you guys, you are the type of person where maybe you put your work or your career first before love. I could see that being the case for some people here. Or some people here who are like a hopeless romantic, are in a relationship or hoping to find one. Let's say if you're already taken, then I feel like you could be like the one that got away for some people, or like the type of person that a lot of people hope and dream to be with on a romantic level. Wow. So there's something about you in this group. Okay, tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. I don't know. Some of you guys, I feel like you speak freely. Like you speak freely. You say what's on your mind. Some of you guys, you do have like high standards, or you do like have a high self-esteem. You hold yourself to like a high regard. You are bold and daring. Like you do dare to say that thing, to get that thing off your chest, to lay it all out on the table. I feel like this is the energy of somebody that doesn't like play a lot of games. You don't play games and stuff like that. Straight shooter. Some of you guys are like a straight shooter. It doesn't mean you're rude, though. It doesn't mean that you're rude. So why is that the case? I don't know if this is like somebody that understands that like life is short. So maybe you just don't like waste time doing certain things that like most people do, or you don't care about. The same things that most people care about. Why is the Chariot here though? There's something. I don't know if there's like something you've always wanted for yourself. It's like the type of person you are. Like there's something you always wanted for yourself. Yeah, look, here it is on the bottom of the deck. It's like waiting for more or something like that. Like daring to dream bigger. Oh, that's what it is. Like I feel like in this group, the type of person you are is like you're not close minded at all. You're not close minded. You have like a lot of foresight. You have like you're a big thinker, a visionary, a trendsetter. It feels like. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get 3 more for this group. How we close it out. Let's get 3 cards for this group. Oh my god. Did I flip over? Oh, there's the Queen of Wands coming out to say hello again. But here it is with the Queen of Cups too. What type of person? What type of person? Is card number 2. What type of person is card number 2? Some of you guys, I feel like you could have been like reincarnated. Like this is not your first time on Earth. Why does it feel like this is the type of person that like revisits people in like different lifetimes or something? I think that's why I was hearing like old soul, and like something about your spirit. Some of you guys, I don't know if you are like connected to people that have passed or you have always been like that tapped in. Like I'm hearing something about like universal truth, law of attraction, like shit like that, like shit like that. I'm not saying you have to be the most like spiritual person in the bunch, but like somebody that believes in like a higher power, somebody that believes in like something bigger than them. I'm not saying you have to believe in God or like anything. I'm just saying like somebody who sees like how big and like vast the world is and like this universe is. Like definitely not somebody with like an unhealthy ego. I did say there was another group about having like a balanced ego, but I think that was in the other live we did today. This feels very is it like humble? Is this like a humbleness that you have? And I feel like what's so crazy is that you are actually extremely attractive. Like these qualities make you seem like very attractive, not just as like a partner, but just like as a person, period. But some of you guys, you don't realize that. Like you don't quite see like how big of a catch you are, like how important qualities like this are to the right people or to people in general. Let me see. So you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you don't put a lot of pressure on anybody. You don't put too much pressure on anyone. You don't rush people. You don't insult people. You don't harm people. Yeah, this does kind of feel like that energy of somebody who's like not trying to do any harm. Who would rather like walk away and start again than, you know, get to a point where things are like vindictive or like grimy or something like that. It feels like somebody who like doesn't really like to argue, doesn't need tension in their life. They're not meant for that. Like you're not meant for that. You're not meant to be fighting. You're not meant to be, you know, like having people ruin your experience. Like you're really meant to be like enjoyed for like what you are, which is like a place where people can feel safe and like comfortable with. So if anybody is creating drama or something like that, I feel like it's like shame on them. Shame on them. And when you meet them again in the next life, maybe they get another chance to make it right, but maybe they don't. I don't know. It's like you seem like that type of person. 3 of Wands coming through again. Both of these cards here, these two are the 3 of Wands. So I feel like in this group you could also be very independent. Tell me about card number 2. I feel like you really see through people. Like you can see through people. Like you can tell if someone's hurting. You can tell if someone's in need. You can tell if someone's still got work to do, I heard. Okay. But why does it feel like it's like you don't make people feel bad for that though? And the reason why I'm making that distinction is because I've done a lot of readings on my channel, right? Well, I'll get like this one badass motherfucker that comes out in the group and it's like they are the person that calls people out. They are the person that is like, no, F you. They are the person that will slam the door, bolt and lock that shit shut and let everybody else know that's what they're doing. Like they are that person and they are meant to be that person because there are some people that treat people like you shitty and think they're going to get away with it, right? Because you are not meant to be the person to give them hell or, you know, force them to repent or anything like that. That's not your job. Sometimes there are other people that are meant to be that, like the enforcer, you know, like judges or shit like that, like people like that. You're not that person. Like you're not the person that is supposed to enforce those universal laws and force everybody to be a good person and treat everybody the right way. No, 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 no. You're not. But you are that person that people are supposed to think about later on and be like, damn, maybe they were right, or like, damn, maybe they did have the right idea, or like, I just feel like you are that person. Like that is who you are. You are that type of person. So if you find yourself like in positions like that constantly, I do feel like you're in the wrong place. And something because you have realized that, or sometimes maybe there is just like a place for you to be that's like elsewhere or something. It just feels like in this group you're not meant to be in like chaotic, crazy environments. You are meant to like work hard and like dedicate yourself to something, right? But it's meant to be. I feel like in this group you're meant to live a life of peace. Like the first group I was sensing like adventure and um like fun and like freedom. And I'm not saying you're not meant to live a life like that, but it feels like because of your energy, things should just kind of flow for you in your life. Like I feel like that you should be able to flow with life in a beautiful way. So if you are experiencing like emotional issues, chaos with other people, specifically with other people, um, I feel like it's the wrong environment for you. And changing your environment might be really helpful. I do. Hmm. It almost feels like a bit of a lost soul. Like you're reincarnated, but maybe you reincarnated in like a universe you're not used to, or like I don't know, like maybe one of your past lives was like medieval times, and like now you're here in this modern world where like shit just doesn't make sense. I really don't know what it is, but it feels a bit like out of this world. It's crazy because I'm looking at this like man here in this photo on the Fool, and it's the first time I noticed that his head is actually up there in the cosmos, yet his feet are here touching like parts of Earth. So that is the element to you and energy to you, where it's like, oh, what's that saying? I don't know if it's a saying or it's like from a book or something. It's like, if so, then or something something. If I can remember, I'll put it in the chat. But I'm hearing like this saying that's like I just kept hearing like a little bit of poetry. Some of you guys are musically inclined. I don't know why that came through. I think this could be the energy of someone that could make an excellent like partner too. Maybe you would be like a good person to be around someone with like trauma, or like someone who has had like a lot of expectations placed on them or has been spoken to like harshly or something. There's an energy of you to being like a sort of like healing energy for people, but I think this is more so because of who you are naturally, not because like you've had to grow into being this type of person. But I feel like for some of you guys, you were like this from birth, like you were like this from the jump. Like I said, you were born to be there in this world, in this era. So you may feel like you are born in the wrong time period, or you are like not meant to be here, but I feel like you are, specifically because of the impact you're meant to have on other people. Interesting. Interesting. So don't ever think that you're small, or that you're not making an impact or anything like that. I feel like that is just so far from the truth. So far from the truth. And the reason why I say that is because think of someone like you idolize, or someone that you really respect, or even like a famous person that did a lot, or like like a famous inventor or whatever, right? Like that person had to be inspired by somebody. That person had to be told by somebody that they were smart, or that they were capable, or that they knew enough, or that their life was meant for something bigger, for them to create that sort of impact and leave that like thing on the world. And you are that person for those people. So maybe you are okay with living a low-key life, but that does not mean that you don't have an impact. That doesn't mean that you may not play a part in creating something really beautiful. Like I'm seeing somebody like could make like be a part of the production of like one of the best fucking plays, or best like screenplays of all time, or something like that. But that doesn't mean that your face was on the cover of the like trailer. But it doesn't mean that you weren't a part of it. It doesn't mean that you didn't play a role. Like that's what I'm sensing. It's like it doesn't quite matter what you're doing. There's still like a ripple. I'm seeing a ripple, like when you drop like a stone in the water and it has that like little ripple. That's you. It's like creating gentle waves for like people to wade through their emotions and stuff. Like I don't know. This just feels so unique. Like your purpose in life is like so unique. Like the path that you have, no one else has had before. So really don't look at like anybody else and see like what they're doing, or like what advice they would take, or nothing like that. I feel like your life is like meant to be extremely unique in that way. because you should be comfortable. Like you should be comfortable enough to have this sort of impact on other people without crumbling or without like feeling overwhelmed or like anything. Like I do feel like you are the type of person you are is like you're meant to live a life of like peace so that you can impact people in this way. Yeah. Okay. Let's get one more for this group. Wow. There it is. Okay. Okay. So, Five of Pentacles. Wow, Five of Pentacles. 3, 1, 5 Pentacles. Yeah. I don't know what this is about. Some of you guys, you actually have been through a lot, or you've seen a lot, or you care a lot for people that have been through situations like poverty or disability. Or Five of Pentacles sometimes can be like it can sometimes be like work or like lack of support or like resources. It could even be like foreigners or something like that. I see something here with the Three of Wands of like I heard something about the future, but I also heard something about foreign again here or like travel. So is that like immigrants? Is that, I don't know what this is. What's the Ten of Wands here? It's like a struggle. I really keep sensing like the impact you are meant to have. Some of you guys, it's because I heard it takes one to know one. So maybe by looking at you, people couldn't tell that maybe it did take you a while to get this patience, or maybe it did take you a while to find something to dream deeper for, or to understand your unique path or whatever. Maybe it took you a while, but it doesn't matter how long it took you because you're there. The type of person you are, I feel like there's a lot of like internal like love and like compassion, like a lot of emotions flowing within you, but that doesn't mean that you are like flying off the handle or anything like that. This just feels like the emotions that are like peaceful. Like I really am seeing like waves, but they're not crashing. I'm seeing like moonlit waves, like hearing it, and it just feels like peaceful. Like that's you. Yeah, that's you. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. If that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel because I would love to have you. We're gonna move on now to group number 3 and see what type of person they are. Okay. So if it resonated, give it a like. My name is Jay, and I hope to see you here again. All right. Last but not least, we're going to get started with group number 3 in just a moment. Group number 3. Let me get a sip of water, and then I'll get the timestamp in the chat and all of that. Okay. All right. Hi, card number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at the type of person you are. So let's flip over the card you got and see what comes out. Two of Pentacles. All right. What type of person is card number 3? I'm going to shuffle all the cards. I'm going to shut up. And I'm not going to ramble like I did during the other ones while I was doing the shuffles. I'm just going to let the cards come out and then we'll talk, okay? What type of person is card number 3? First card is the Eight of Wands, traveling. Jesus. Fighting. Knight of Swords. Damn. Okay. What type of person is card number 3? The Mind in reverse. Wow. Okay. person is card number 3? What type of person is card number 3? The outsider. Wow. Wow. Wow, the outsider. Damn. Wow. Bottom of the deck is awareness. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's get a few more cards. Let's get the full picture. Tell me about the 8 of Wands. What type of person are they? Get this traveling card here. Oh, okay. 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay. Tell me about the fighting. The Knight of Swords. Clarify that for me. Clarify this for me. The Chariot. Wow. So you got the Chariot twice. Wow. Bravo. Bravo for this group. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's some people that are like going through the process of like what I'm about to say. And then there are others where it's like, you've been here for a while. Okay. The Magician. Wow. Wow. Page of Wands. Oh, I'm so sorry. Damn. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Wands. Okay. Okay. So the type of person that card number 3 is like somebody who has been misunderstood, like who's made mistakes, who probably didn't get like the best footing in life. So even if you were born with a silver spoon, maybe you had a shitty family. Or let's say you really did have like a hard upbringing or like a harsh childhood or something like that. Like, don't take it the wrong way, but it shows. It shows. And the reason why it shows is because it's made you a fighter. It's made you have like a very thick skin. Like it's definitely made you stronger. But I feel like one thing that it has done is make your mind like the most powerful asset to you. Like your mind is the most powerful asset. That's the type of person you are. Like somebody whose mind could get them out of like the stickiest situation. If no one else can help you, the only thing you need to do is sit down with yourself for a moment and ask yourself, I don't know why I'm hearing that Eminem song where he says, ask yourself how fucking bad you want it. Sit yourself, I think he says, sit yourself down and ask yourself how fucking bad you want it. So you're a survivor in this group. You're a hustler. You're a go-getter. You're like definitely the wrong person to try to step up against, the wrong person to try to cross. Because I do feel like this is the energy of somebody who could be a bit tired, like a bit, I don't know, like there's something coming through here with like aggression or like force. So I don't know if that's like something you've experienced or like something you've had to embody in certain times of your life. Like had to force yourself to keep going, force yourself to maintain. For others of you guys, it's more so speaking to, like, I don't know if you've always had like a lot on your plate, or like let's say you're an older sibling, you have to take care of your younger siblings, or you know, you were born into a family where this was the custom, so you had to do this or whatever. I'm just seeing somebody who like definitely didn't have like the best circumstances, even if it was just you just weren't happy where you were. Like you didn't have to be going through the most terrible thing, but maybe it was just, you know, something going on with your mind. Some of you guys, it's hard because I feel like in this group, you probably deserve to have like more examples set for you, or more nurture, or yeah, it feels like emotional. I don't know if this is like consideration, like if there have been people who just did things without considering how you would feel, or just did things without apologizing, or stuff like that. It feels like in this group, like there's so many things that you probably have experienced or like seen or been through that other people might not even believe or necessarily believe because you wear it so well at this point, or because you don't let it hold you back, or because even if you are upset or sad or crying, you keep going. I do feel like this is like the energy of like a warrior, like someone with a really strong spirit. Like you learn a lot of tricks. Like You've had to. It feels like you've had to be this way. Some of you guys, you actually are banging as fuck though. Like you actually have a banging body. You're actually extremely attractive, not just because of this like fighter spirit, but there is a physical nature to your attractiveness too. Whether that is in your grin, the way you walk, your posture, your clothes, it doesn't matter. Some of you guys, I feel like you could be like extremely aware of your like outer appearance, whether that is it's intimidating to other people or you're not intimidating physically at all, but you do have this spirit to you. I can see it going either way. I really do. I think there is something significant about the body of this group. I'm not sure what it is. Is it like tattoos? Is it your hair? Is it scars? I don't know. But there is something significant coming through there. I feel like this is the type of person that would and does stand out in a crowd, energetically first, but also when people speak to you, when people look at you, when people make eye contact with you. Like there are like little things and like interactions with you that I feel like stick out with this group. Yeah. I do feel like in this group you could actually be a really amazing friend. Like a really amazing friend. Like a good moral support, like somebody that you would want next to you when you had to go through something rough, or somebody that you would want in your corner when you needed to make sure there was somebody that would back you up or something like that. Like it feels like you could be serious when you need to be. Maybe you've had to be serious more times than you wanted to be. I don't know. There's something here. But with the magician, I want to make it extremely clear, like how skillful you are, how intelligent you are. Like that's the type of person you are. Very skillful, very intelligent, someone who understands like the way the world works on like a very intricate level. Like I don't know if this is someone, if you're like self-taught, or some of you guys, I don't know if you're like on the spectrum, or if there's like a something else, like a different thing going on here, like a diagnosis. I don't know if does this like have to do with your focus? Does this have to do with your mm, I don't know what that is. There's something here coming through. It could even be something like genetic or something. You know, like some people have like a genetic mutation where one of their eyes, I don't know if that's a mutation or if that's actually like a condition, but they have like one eye that's like a different color. Or I heard something. I don't want to say that one because that one's just more so like a joke I heard in my head. But oh, some of you actually have like a dry sense of humor or like a dark sense of humor or something like that. Maybe the way that you cope with life is different than other people, for sure. I feel like you are the type of person sometimes though, where maybe you keep pushing before you fully allow yourself to like feel things sometimes though. Like when people get stuck on go, like they have a hard time like pausing, like stopping pausing. Hmm. So I do feel like in this group, you need a support for yourself. Like you need someone that you can talk and trust yourself. If you don't have that, like that, it's extremely pertinent that you find that. Like do that now. Like focus on that now. So like let's say you are a hustler, you're focusing on money, but you don't have any friends, or you don't have a good relationship with your family, you don't have any body that you can talk to on a day-to-day basis, even if it's just like somebody to say hello to, like you need to find that. You need to because I do feel like if you don't have that, there is a point where someone like this, someone that's wonderful but also like as overburdened sometimes. I don't know what that is. Like it could get you. Some of you guys is just like mental, like it could be reminders or something. There could be some energy here of like lacking sleep, or like it feels a bit like wired. I don't know what that is. I really want this group to make sure that they have like healthy outlets, because one thing about you is that yes, you are meant to kind of like have this sort of life, but it doesn't mean that you can't like take care of yourself. Like I feel like in this group you really deserve to like give yourself a day off. You really deserve to um buy yourself like that nice thing, or like let somebody compliment you, do something nice for you. This does feel like the energy of somebody who can just get stuck or something like that. Like, and I'm not saying you don't take care of yourself, but it feels like maybe there are like periods maybe where maybe you don't feel as like welcomed, or you don't feel as like understood, or whatever. But because you're used to it, you just keep going. But there could be something different. There could be something different for you. Hmm. I feel like in this group, your determination, you're like life force, your willpower is like the best thing about you. Yeah, I do feel like in this group you're like the glue. Unfortunately, though, for some people, though, you could also be like maybe the person that people blame for things, or like the black sheep or something like that. That could have been something you experienced growing up, or even now for some of you guys. And I think it's because there are a lot of people that are intimidated by a power like this. Because maybe you make them feel less than. Yeah, I could definitely see like insecure, uh, like people that have just like given up, or just like really shitty people taking out their sad sack of shit life on you, and you just doing what you have to do. Hmm. Yeah, somebody that really just like goes with emotions. The Nine of Swords is giving like a someone who's extremely honest though, like very honest who you are as a person, honest, a supportive friend. I feel like you could be something that demonstrates like you demonstrate your values with your actions. You demonstrate your beliefs with your actions. It does show. It does. People can tell that you are not uppity. I heard uppity. So some of you guys, you are a bit like rough around the edges, or uh, you could blend in with like different types of people, maybe because you've had to. Hmm. So that there is like a secret element to you there in this group too, where you can be a chameleon if you wanted to. But I feel like you might have to actually put a lot of effort into blending in. Mm, interesting. There's something about your eyes coming through here. They're like piercing, very intense gaze. Some of you guys are just like extremely perceptive. Extremely. I think some people might actually be a bit like afraid of this group. Like a little bit. Do they have a reason to be? Not unless they give you one, but yeah. Okay. So if that resonated, please give it a like and come back for another one on my channel. I love you guys. My name is Jay, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.